second from where I left off. I have made my way to Solace's Keep underneath, saved it from being destroyed. Not sure if that was the correct option, but we gotta reap what we sow. So pretty much what we're going to be doing, I believe, is heading to the garden, or at least I think it's the garden. I think I finished everything here. Yeah. So, next is head back this way to where we're going to the next, either the garden right now and we're gonna finish it, or we're going to the next area. Seeing that we have gotten all the bounties and all the statues, I think we should be pretty much finishing it up.
Closer. We have waited so long.
You might be heading in there. You will not be able to return. Yeah, I guess. Wait a minute.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Galawain's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Right. It's better that an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Yes,
Just so you know,
I want to
Kai,
finish as the
it's
Kai
starting
and
to sound
Marius.
like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who
Dungeon
doesn't
siege.
seem interested in staying dead.
Entered every dungeon.
Not to
Okay,
mention,
this
after
is
we take
definitely
care
it.
of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
At least on the battlefield, you can count on getting stabbed in the front.
Can't say I'm
Very
too
true.
excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have
Yeah,
a
it should be
theory about the
untouched.
garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares,
Oh
their
no.
madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
Okay, you're saying that there's a chance of becoming raving lunatics?
About that, before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
I am struggling.
You're not the only one. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in. Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the
Yeah,
time.
she's not going anywhere.
No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Are all 4 of you coming? Who wants to talk?
So, this is it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Ugh, why am I so anxious? You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Yes.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it. I almost turned my back on animancy. And if I'm being honest, it was a relief. But now that we're here, who am I to reject my upbringing, my potential? My parents were going to build a better world for animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did, to an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
Yeah. You have to decide what to do with your life. The past knows matter.
When you say it, I can almost believe it. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Who could rest at a time like this?
Where's Marius? Train me.
Envoy, what do you need? Let's. The only one we. I don't. She's not. She keep. But other than that, not before I've done some reading.
Okay, let's enter. We're going with Kai and Marius. And I want to see on the map where we're at. Unspent ability points? Interesting. No. Might as well. Oh my gosh, and I get this? Okay. Well, these are definitely all unlocked and nothing happened.
Going
Okay.
this way.
Excuse me. Where on the map are we? Oh, we're over here. Oh, unlocked all of Marius' abilities. Ancient Memory, Party Camps, and Strangled Audra.
Or maybe we are.
Can't go back. Look at that animal.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
Gods, this is the place.
So all this has been here. Okay. Cool.
What's the tame?
Aim where? Hey! Over here!
Gosh, that scared me.
One for you!
That
That's one for us.
scared me.
Right, what's a tane? I feel like it's important.
I can't tell what's real anymore.
Let's go. This one's mine. Come and get me!
Okay. Good. Pick up everything I can. I'm gonna need them for upgrading. Dude, there's topaz and everything here. Ah, over there. Stuff's everywhere.
Right. How did I know I'd be jumping into a giant pool of water today? Free to bail.
Okay, well we can't get in that way. That takes Yaxley. Dang it.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
There are a bunch of the things like Giada's parents.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go? Don't be ridiculous. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
They talk.
Finally, you've come home.
How is this not the strangest thing that has happened today?
Oh my gods. They're alive? How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. It's really it. The answer I've been searching for all
Gosh.
these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself.
Dang.
Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being. I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
Well, that was 4 questions, but sure.
We want to apologize on Sopadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness. Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade. You have already learned more than we could ever teach. We know only growth and stillness, root and flower.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Okay.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
She accepted it. Okay, let's set up this party camp. Where the heck? Here it is. Living steel chunk. Dang. $16?
Hey, Giada.
Yeah.
How are you holding up after seeing...
All
Okay.
this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry.
Welcome to the stream.
Mistake. And in a
You
way,
joined right
they
at the
did.
end.
But it wasn't their mistake. It was
Or almost at the
Sapadal's.
end, I guess.
That's what I keep asking myself. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Dang, that's a good way to look at it.
I suppose I have been all this time. I just never realized it. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful. They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand?
I kind of
On
wish
the
I
other
played
hand,
in Pillars of Eternity
half
so
the
I can
fun of
understand what the other
animancy
guys
is
did.
stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want. There are too many variables to consider. What do you think? I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it. I knew they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're good with the animancy stuff. You should keep, doing that.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place. I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse. Though, maybe don't mention that to Sapadal when you meet them. No one likes being told they don't have it that bad. And from what you've shared, Sapadal doesn't exactly seem even-keeled.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong. I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place.
I know. I'm kind of worried.
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for
Dang.
you. You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steelga Road, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelgard banned the practice in Paradise.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but She left a lot of corpses in her wake. It doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region. And your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time. I don't think anyone else is going to understand the indirectly. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here. If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg.
Gosh.
And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy. I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late.
Gosh.
You've still got a god.
Hitting me with the hard stuff.
Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this. Anytime. Good night, envoy.
Okay. Marius.
Envoy, what do you need? Until next time. Right. As we were saying. Envoy, what do you need? Let's... The only one... I don't know. But...
Okay, I
You
guess
too.
not. Okay.
Right.
Let's get out of here. Exit. And we will do Yatsley.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still. Bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart. We wonder. Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake. You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been. The seabed speaks in riddles, a pearl whose shell we cannot grasp. We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands. We must remember. Yes, new blooms from pruned growth. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be. We spoke of growth. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
That was a little weird.
Child's play.
Oh, a godless shrine. Okay. No. I don't know how to do that.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
I'm everywhere. My tools have mouths to speak.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
I really don't know why.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos has no respect for borders. It goes where it will. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. Of course I do. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed.
Oh man, this is hard.
We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke. I see what you're implying. I will not acknowledge it.
What?
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Dude, she is.
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. The answer is obvious to those with the courage to accept it. You are here now. There's still time to succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire.
What?
Let this be a lesson to you.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
What just happened?
Just like the good old days.
Unlocked with the sarcophagus key. Whoa, look at that.
Actual working magfolk? It isn't looking this way, is it?
Come and get me!
might want to look around. We need to find your god fast.
Dang. Wicca really does not like us. Or Sephiroth, I guess.
What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that was...
Taking you.
Oh no. No, no, no. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You
Why
can't be
is he here?
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge.
What?
We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. This place is Pedraku in many ways. This may be among the least of it.
Oh, I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again? Right. Okay, I can do this. Let's get into it.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember?
This is
I can't
ridiculous.
tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed day poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You do that by living the best you can.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now? What? Worse than Ianku's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
We've both been through so much. but I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A
God.
fine way to put it. More like tolerate, in my case, but... right.
See what I put up with, Envoy? Still wonder why I left Solace?
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Oh, it was... good to see you, Viate.
Sucks.
Give me a target. Let's see what you got. Nice work.
Welcome to the stream. Checking out when I'm in the garden.
Good to see an old friend.
And saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
Talk to us, Marius. If you think talking will help.
Where the heck's Giada's voice coming from?
Grief is strange.
Oh my gosh.
How did we get on this topic? I thought we were talking about pancakes.
There's another machine up here.
Let's see what you got.
Oh my god.
Come and get me! Roll 10. Nothing like a win with a good team.
I definitely did not expect to be manhandled by a machine gun robot. I must say. Ring of amplification. Okay. There's one.
Isn't that Tama's cave?
Have you seen this too? No. No. This can't be.
Dude, this place sucks.
This room. It's just like Thomas. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is
Oh my
this,
gosh, the
envoy?
body's
This
on
is
the
your
bed.
God's prison, not mine.
Is this the snare your soul responds to?
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free.
This place is messed
Can't
up.
focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's the problem. I can't picture him anymore.
Dang, that's
I
depressing.
used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I did. Sounds downright selfish of me when you put it that way. But this Thomas more than that. All his moments at once, joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
Well, that's good.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. And now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down. Me too. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama.
Yeah.
You've made some tough calls, and you've kept
Kai,
your
you're my
head and
favorite
your
guy
heart in
in
the
this
right place. So
game.
whatever comes
It's amazing.
next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the dream scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain? I suspect you're right.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think they're
end
bad,
this.
but I don't think they're good.
I'll follow
Especially
your
with
lead,
the last question
as
we
always.
asked. Oh, they're not on the bed anymore. What the heck? This place is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. I came this way to look for the, with a thing to open that door. But before I get too far, I'm gonna go upgrade my stuff. And it looks like I have a thing to talk to Marius. Hopefully. This is a lot. This place is heavy. Bringing back all the past traumas. The last person is gonna be Yatsli, which is nuts to think about. So let's go in here. Let's... Why is this so hard to find this place in this specific setup? Okay. Yeah, let's upgrade this. So I need 2 more for that. 6 for that. No. Let's do this. So I need more dragon hide. Okay. Let's see what I have in my inventory. I don't necessarily need this.
Kai.
This will give me stuff for my book. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Dang it. Don't need that. Oh my gosh. That was so stupid of me. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't need that. Oh. Okay. We're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. We'll throw that in there too. Throw that in there. I don't want to necessarily do that. Don't need any of these. Don't need these.
You've killed people before.
Oh. Okay, so we'll break this down. Yes. And then we will also break this down.
Good evening to you too. And
Okay. One more for that.
Have you ever been haunted?
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here
Thank you
talking
for trying to
dead
sell me
people.
viewers, but I am not interested in talking to dead people.
I think it did. He really did seem at peace, right? I imagine most encounters with dead old friends don't, go so well. I owe a lot of that to you, Envoy. You helped me be someone who could handle Sokka like that. Thank you. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking more in terms of hunting for wild game and peeing on Kai to put the fires out.
What?
It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another.
It is.
I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
Okay.
Pleasant dreams. Ever heard of Empress's
Okay.
Eye?
Let's see what... Oh, I'll stick with this. More dreams? No. Okay, so we're gonna go back up here. It is currently 2 o'clock. I feel like I should probably end it here. Interesting. Overkill much?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm going to end this here. But I am going to continue. I just want to make sure everything is good and proper for the end. So just give me 1 second and I'll restart the stream.